What's up, Willowbrook? Today we are in Hebrews chapter 2, and in our chapter today we read all about the humanity of Jesus, how he became human so that we could be saved and we could be rescued from sin and death, and I love it. It says so many great things, but today I want to focus on just two verses. I want to focus on verse 11 and verse 12. Now, as a worship pastor, I really appreciate these verses, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But if you read through scripture and you study worship, you'll start to see this pattern of revelation and response. And what I mean by that is revelation meaning God revealing who he is, his plans, his purposes, his character, and response meaning how people respond to what he's just revealed. And really, if you think about worship is just us responding appropriately to God's revelation. If you look in the Old Testament, you'll see Moses as kind of this mediator between God's revelation and to the people. And then you'll also see Aaron as a mediator between the response of the people back to God. So there's revelation and there's response. So I want you to keep that in your mind as we read verses 11 and 12. Verse 11 starts by saying this: both the one who makes people holy, this is talking about Jesus, and those who are made holy, that's talking about us, are of the same family. So Jesus is not ashamed to call them brothers and sisters. He says, I will declare your name to my brothers and sisters. In the assembly, I will sing your praises. Now, this quote was pulled from Psalm 22, a chapter that many people believe is a prophecy about the crucifixion of Jesus. Psalm 22 starts bleak. It starts really in this sad type of way, but it ends in this triumph, this celebration. So the author of Hebrews pulls this quote from Psalm 22, and he pulls it to describe Jesus in our worship gatherings. So I'm going to read that again. He says, I will declare your name to my brothers and sisters. That's revelation. In the assembly, I will sing your praises. That's response. So here in our chapter today, we see Jesus as the perfect mediator between God and people with God's revelation and also with our response. So I think this is pretty amazing when you consider our Sunday gatherings. We come and we sing and we worship God, and Jesus is in the midst. He's declaring God's name to us, his brothers and sisters, and he's leading our praises back to God. So this Sunday, when we gather, I want you to remember this, that Jesus is there, that he's revealing who God is, and he's leading our worship back to God. And God the Father accepts our worship because Jesus presents it to the Father for us on our behalf in our place. And as we read in Scripture, God is always pleased with the Son. Looking forward to worshiping with you again this Sunday. God bless you.